Hey, we're making a first-person puzzle adventure game where you solve puzzles in collaboration with imaginary creatures. See a gecko fused with a cone? Split it, maybe the cone will come in handy later. The game is called A Thing or Two and it is making really good progress. In this video, I want to talk about how we took inspiration from one of our favorite games, Untitled Goose Game. The Untitled Goose Game lets you roleplay as a goose who causes mayhem within a small town. The selling point is that you are this mischievous goose who interrupt people's daily life and cause problems in a puzzly way. For example, in order to trap a shop owner into a garage, you have to first pick an item from her stand and put it in the garage, and then wait for the owner to go in, and finally you pull the string and the door closes. There are 4 particular things that we really loved and tried really hard to incorporate into our own game. The very first thing is how you start the game. It has a really fun intro where you are shown a routine of an NPC. They're just going about their day. It's perfectly calm and peaceful until you press the button to hop. This intro does 2 things really well. The first thing is that narratively immediately set up the tone that you are this goose who breaks the calm for other people. Gameplay wise, it reminds you that NPCs have their own routines, and finally it immediately fulfills the fantasy of playing as a naughty goose. Second point we really liked was the Goose Game has highly readable but fun AI. The AI actually has a lot of complex reactions based on what you do, but they are always exposed in a really readable way, either in animation or emojis or subtle effects. It is very clear what you cause and what the following effect is. The third point is the game is not afraid to script some of the puzzles. For example, locking the lady up in the garage is like a totally scripted event, but it works as a really fun outcome for the effort you put in. It sits at the perfect balance between Portal, which is a game that basically makes itself because the core mechanics is so fun, and point-and-click adventures where everything's scripted and nothing makes sense. And I do think the game found a perfectly good balance point in between. The final point is physics in games are just fun. Physics is a really direct way of the game recognizing players' actions. It fosters a kind of reactivity immediately that's recognizable and engaging to play with. For example, I was watching a GDC talk about how they did wind in God of War, where if Kratos swings his axe, it will cause additional wind so that the game feels way more reactive than simply static wind. And that layer of reactivity just subtly makes the game more fun.